Congratulations on your decision to work with the crew at KEC. That's a good call. When you all start talking about insurance, here's some of the things that we're going to go over. In these next couple of videos, we're going to talk about insurance, why you need some of these things, and how to properly protect your business. We're going to go back to college, call it Insurance 101, 201, and 301. So class is in session when you're ready. Okay, you're starting out, you're a freshman. The first thing that you're going to need is a general liability policy. If you, your products, or your premises, if you've got an allegation of bodily injury or property damage made against you by a customer or a member of the general public, a general liability policy is going to cover you for that. It's going to pay for your defense. Limits typically start at $1 million per occurrence and a $2 million aggregate. Your bank, your landlord, and your customers are going to require that you have a GL policy pretty much as soon as you open your doors. Now, you combine that with some property coverage, typically called a package policy because you package them together. That's going to cover your inventory, your business personal property, those type things that you need to insure under a package policy. So that is Insurance 101. Okay, you've been in business a little bit. Insurance 201, you're a sophomore now. So when you first started out, there's a good chance you were using your personal automobile policy for your business purposes. No problem. Everybody does it. Now, if you've got a company car at this point, you need to look into a business automobile policy because a business policy and a personal policy do have some differences. You need to take a look at that. Workers' compensation. In a nutshell, your workers, if they're injured on the job, their medical bills and their lost wages are going to be covered by a workers' compensation policy. And in the state of Tennessee, where we are located, if you have 5 or more employees, you are required by law to have workers' compensation. So as you grow, you need to consider that. Now, the exception is in the construction business. If you're in the construction business, employee number 1 needs to have workers' compensation. So remember those things. Umbrella coverage. Remember, we talked about your general liability has $1 million limits. An umbrella policy will stack an additional $1 million on top of that. So you have $2 million. As you grow, some of your customers might start requiring you to have an umbrella policy. They're pretty simple to obtain and pretty darn inexpensive for the coverage that they give. So keep that in mind, an umbrella. Now, a professional or E&O coverage. For some of you, this is actually Insurance 101. If you're a professional, you're an engineer, you're an architect, you're a dentist, a lawyer, those type of professionals, you're going to need professional coverage that fits in with your general liability policy. So some of you, that's going to be in Insurance 101. Okay, Insurance 301. Your business is really starting to grow. We want to make sure we're protecting your assets. We all see the news. We see of these cyber hacks, people's data getting held for ransom or destroyed, the thousands of dollars it costs to notify all of the customers in your database about the breach that you had. A comprehensive cyber policy can help with those costs. A higher umbrella. We talked about $1 million umbrella here, but as you grow, I can almost guarantee you that you're going to have some customers that are going to start requiring a higher umbrella limit. They come in increments of $1 million. They're not difficult to get, but as you grow, you're going to want to look at increasing that. Management liability commonly has 3 different sections to it: employment practices, or EPLI, directors and officers, or D&O, and crime. So an EPLI policy is going to cover you for allegations of sexual harassment, wrongful termination, discrimination, those type things that might be made by an employee or a third party. That's going to be covered there. A D&O policy. So if you've got an advisory council or a full-blown board of directors, you're going to want a D&O policy to give them some coverage for decisions they help you make. And a crime policy. Yeah, employees steal from you, not just cash, but they steal automobiles, they can steal equipment, those type things. A comprehensive crime policy is going to help you cover. So that's Insurance 301. Okay, what do you do now? Once you've established what you're doing and where you want to start, I recommend that you get a hold of a good independent insurance broker. They have the flexibility that you'll need to offer these things to you with different carriers that can help you do it. One other thing I would ask you to think about, make sure that whoever you talk to has staff that's devoted just to your small business. Sometimes you can get lost in the mix if you go to some brokers that only like big companies. Shafer has a staff of 5 people. That's all they do is devote themselves to small business. Good luck. I hope you do great.